Hello traders, welcome to the second class. In this class, we will be learning the basic thing, the chart patterns only for supply and demand zone. Personally, I don't believe in other chart patterns, maybe your triangle, maybe your hedge angle, whatsoever it is. I don't believe on trading on these chart patterns, but I strongly believe if we know these basic four patterns on supply and demand strategy, then it can give us more confirmation. And if we are taking trades, it can help us to take maybe good risk reward ratio trades, because if we are looking at these patterns, our SL will be small and our TPs will be very big, because our risk reward ratio will be very good. So these are the four basic patterns which we will be learning in today's session. In our first class, we have learned what is supply and demand zone and how to identify our supply and demand zones. Plus, we have also learned what is supply zone and what is demand zone. And in this class, we will be learning how to identify the different chart patterns when we are looking for supply and demand zones, or if we are trading using this strategy. So let's jump onto the screen and learn this thing, how to learn different types of charts and how to identify them. So if we can see on the screen, there are four patterns. First of all, our demand, and second is our supply. So what does that it means? So for an example, if we are having our demand zone here. That means now we have to look out for two examples, two chart patterns, which is continuation. So which is the continuation, and the second is the reversal. What does that mean? For an example, if the market is in our demand zone, that means if we are looking for the buy opportunity, or if the market is an uptrend, if the market is in our demand zone, so two things can happen. First example, market can be in the continuation process. That means the market is making your higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, and higher highs, and continuing it. This process is known as the continuation. Now, don't worry, we will be seeing this in our real chart also, so it will get us more clear picture how to do that. Second thing, the reversal in the demand zone, in the buy trend. Most of the times traders have a problem whenever they are taking a trade, whenever they are applying a trade, and they say, oh, we are looking at the market and we are taking a trade in the trend direction, but most of the times market can get reversed. There can be reversal patterns which can be formed, which means, for an example, if this is our demand zone, right? Now, first we have learned, yes, continuation can happen. Second thing which can happen is the reversal, which means, for an example, if the market is coming in the downtrend, right? Now we have to wait, because it might can happen if the market comes in our demand zone. So it can basically form this reversal pattern, which is straight away market is coming in the sell direction in a downtrend, and it hits our demand zone, and from this demand zone it can start making our higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, and so on. That means the market is now getting reversed. This is the meaning of reversal. That means if market is coming from the sell direction, and at a particular point, which is our demand zone, the market start changing its trend for a short period of time or for a long period of time, which we will be discussing in the next classes. This is known as the reversal pattern. Right now we will be applying these two patterns we will be seeing in the real chart. For an example, this is the goal chart for a day, because on day it is more clear on videos, that's why I'm taking a day. Right now, first of all, we have to mark our demand zone. We can see this was a huge big momentum candle, three candles in a row, so we can mark our demand zone here, because sorry, we can mark, actually this is the candle which form these things. Right now, this is our first demand zone, and we can see that by this candle there was again a buying pressure here. Now these are our demand zones, right? Now we have to look out for our continuation and for our reversal. This is going on a continuation. That means the market is in the up direction, is in the uptrend. Whenever the market is hitting our demand zones, the market is not getting reversed. The market is making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? So we can see, yes, the market is actually being in a continuation process, and this is the example of continuation chart. And these will be the points where we can take entries, but don't focus very much on these entries at this time, because in next class we will be learning how to take the entries on supply and demand zone. Right now we'll take some example of the reversal that market is coming from. Just a minute, I'll just remove these one. So yes, here we got our example. See, just a minute, I remove fucking these drawings, man, sorry for the language. Okay, now first of all, we have to mark our supply zone, sorry, demand zones. What are demand zones? We can see here it was so big candle, so big momentum, so that can be our demand zone, right? So by this candle was the reason which formed this big momentum candle. So we'll mark from higher high to higher low of this candle, from one point of the body to the second point of the body from where it got ended, and this is our clear demand zone. Now this is the perfect example. As we can see, the market is actually coming in the lower direction, in a lower high, in the lower trend, in a selling trend, because the market is creating lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And as soon as the market came on this position, see how the market is getting reversal, how the market is getting reversed. This is the biggest example of reversal. The market was in a lower trend, in a sell trend, but as soon as the market hit this point, see, the pattern was the market is coming here and this is our demand zone. As soon as the market hit to our demand zone, the market will start making and going in an uptrend and making higher highs and higher lows. And we can see as soon as the market hit here, the market start with the higher trend, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and higher high, and so on. So this is the example of reversal in the demand zone. Now I know you guys will be little confused how we can see that is it a reversal, or whether we have to take a trade or not. We will be learning these in the next classes. We will be learning our Fibonacci also, because personally I always use Fibonacci whenever I am taking a trade or whenever I am catching a reversal trade, right? So this was not the exact reversal trade, because actually the market changed in direction and it got into the uptrend. But just imagine if at least we know these 2 or 3 patterns, we can be having the good entries, or we can have an idea where the market is going. So for the timing, now we have learned these 2 patterns. Now let's talk about, sorry, okay, come on, let's talk about supply. What are these 2 patterns of supply, right? So these are 2 patterns of supply, the reversal and continuation, same thing, but whenever the market is hitting our supply zone, that means we know in the supply zone we are having a lot of sellers, first of all. Second of all, now whenever the market is in our supply zone, for an example, if this is our supply zone, right, and the market is coming from a higher trend, might it can break this zone and go in the up direction and continue its uptrend. But in majority of the cases, because you have to understand, market will not go on a straight line, market will not go like this. That's a bullshit. Market can't go like this. Market will be like this, or maybe like this, like this. Market will be falling. Market will be forming thousands of patterns, right? Now 2 basic things whenever the market is coming from the higher trend and we have already marked our supply zone and we know we are having a strong supply zone. Don't worry, we will be learning in next classes what is supply strong zone and what is supply and demand weak zone. Don't worry, for the timing just focus on this. If the market is coming from the higher trend and hit our supply zone, it might be a chance that market can do a reversal, which means just an example. Sorry, these drawings, I have to change my settings of computer, man. This takes a lot of time. Okay, so it it can happen that whenever the market is coming to this supply zone, it can start getting reversed, which means it will be coming in the lower trend, it will be coming in a downtrend. What means is that it will be start creating lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and so on. And potentially the market can change its trend, change its direction, or it can be just a reversal for some time and then it will be continuing its trend, right? Second thing, continuation. Now what is continuation? We'll learn what is continuation. Just a second. Remove. Okay, now for an example, this is our supply zone, right? Actually, yes, this is a supply zone, and this actually, sorry, wait, I will show you by another example. It will be easy for you guys. Okay, for an example, this is our first supply zone, right? And maybe this is our second supply zone, and this is can be a third, fourth, whatsoever, and in what time frame we are seeing. Now if market is at this point, right, it might can happen that there will be no reversal, because mostly people think that from demand zone, whenever the market is reacting, whenever it comes to the supply zone, suppose the market is going like this in a higher trend, right, or the market is coming in the lower trend, and as soon as, if market is in lower trend and as soon as it hits our supply zone, people think, or demand zone, sorry, it hit our demand zone, people think that it will be making a reversal pattern. But according to me, every time it will not form your reversal pattern, right? So for an example, if we take, oh come on, okay, sorry, my settings are very worse, man. I have to change my settings, come on. So at this point, if the market is here, it might can happen the market will be in continuation and it will not be reversed. Whenever there is a continuation in the market, that means it will be following the trend which is in the higher time frame, maybe in 4 hours, maybe in one day. It depends on your trading style also. That these are the things which we will be also learning. What are the different trading styles and all, what time frames you see when you trade, and what style depends, it depends on you. All these things we will be learning, but these are the two patterns. The continuation, that means from the supply zone it is forming lower highs and lower lows, lower highs and lower lows. Now we will take an example on the chart, because I know it's a little confusing. When I started learning these patterns, my god, it was so confusing. I didn't even remember, like, come on. Okay, now we have to look whenever the market is coming. So we have to first look for the reversal. Market is coming here. Yes, actually, this is the good example. See, I'll show you. It's not a big example, but it's a good one. We can see the, nah, this is actually bullshit. This one is good. Ah, perfect example I got. See? Okay, this was the big momentum. As what we always do, we have to mark our supply zone. This is our valid supply zone. We can see, because of this candle there was a huge momentum candle which formed and the trend got changed. Now if we see like this, we have observed that market was in higher trend, was in uptrend. That means it was forming higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. And the last higher high which it formed on our supply zone, the market starting doing the reversal, which means as soon as the market hit in that point, hit in this point, hit our supply zone, the market start getting reversed, and we have start creating lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and lower lows, right? So this was the perfect example of of reversal. Now, continuation. What does it mean with the continuation? That means whenever the market is following the lower trend, and we can actually gold is actually in a lower trend for so long, I'm not able to find. Maybe this one we can actually, yeah, actually this is the one. Come on, yeah, we have find finally, thank god. So this is the one. Wait, yes. So we can see that market is actually in a continuation for a very long period of time, because the market is creating lower lows, lower high, lower lows, lower high, lower lows, right? Most people can think, oh, we can mark our demand zones here and they can take the reversal trade and a buy trade. No, because that was very weak demand zone, which we will be learning, don't worry. But this is the perfect example of continuation. I know you must be thinking, what's the difference? Like, the market is getting in lower trend and we know. No, I think it's important to learn these four patterns, because at least we have an idea how the market is reacting, what we are seeing, right? So practice it yourself, and if you have any doubts regarding this topic for the timing, you can put any comment, because I will be uploading this video on YouTube or Insta and TikTok. So people who are from India or whatsoever country where TikTok is not allowed, subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to put every 1 week one video, one class, but I'm also busy, I don't have time much, right? But if you are having any doubt, just put a comment and I will, whatsoever you have any inquiry, I can help you with that. So learn these four patterns. If you want to take a screenshot also, take a screenshot, because I think you can forget. Just I'll clear the picture. Wait, I'll clear it for you guys so it becomes easy for everyone to at least observe what we are doing. You can take a screenshot of these patterns so it becomes easy whenever you are watching the market. You get a clear idea. Oh, come on. Okay, you can take the screenshot of this one. When we are having the demand zone, whenever we are thinking to buy, these are the two patterns, and this we are always seeing in the supply zone. Whenever we are trying to sell, whenever we are getting a sell opportunity, we have to look these two patterns. Take a screenshot, practice it, and don't worry if you are in a loss, if you are starting your trading journey, whatsoever the situation is. It will take time, definitely. Till now, after 3 years also, I'm not a very big trader who is earning in millions. No, that's not possible. It will take time. It will take 5 years, 10 years. Just stick to the process. When I started initially, I was scared. I didn't thought that I will be coming this far, but at least by the God's grace and by the consistency, by the hard work, at least I am on this stage now. And I'm thinking that after more 1 or 2 years, I will be in that stage where millions and thousands will be very less figure for me. So don't worry, you're having loss, that's the process. You are not able to understand, that's the process. You are frustrated, that is also the process. Don't worry, I am here for you whenever you want. You can contact me, whatever your doubts are, I can clear your doubts. So I will see you in my third class, where we will be learning what is strong demand zone and what is weak demand zone, what is weak supply zone and what is strong supply zone. So I will see you in my next video, guys. Take care, and remember, don't worry, we will become a profitable trader soon.